Chapter 10. Creation. I am God, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times things that are not yet done. Isaiah 46, 9, 10. Creation is finished. So creativeness is only a deeper receptiveness for the entire contents of all time and all space, while experienced in a time sequence, actually coexist in an infinite and eternal now. In other words, all that you have ever been or ever will be, in fact, all that mankind ever was or ever will be, exists now. This is what is meant by creation, and the statement that creation is finished means nothing is ever to be created. It is only to be manifested. What is called creativeness is only becoming aware of what already is. You simply become aware of increasing portions of that which already exists. The fact that you can never be anything that you're not already, or experience anything not already existing, explains the experience of having an acute feeling of having heard before what is being said, or having met before the person being met for the first time, or having seen before a place or thing before being seen for the first time. The whole of creation exists in you, and it is your destiny to become increasingly aware of its infinite wonders and to experience ever greater and ever grander portions of it. If creation is finished and all events are taking place now, the question that springs naturally to the mind is, what determines your time track? That is, what determines the events which you encounter? And the answer is your concept of yourself. Concepts determine the route that attention follows. Here is a good test to prove this fact. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and observe the route that your attention follows. You will observe that as long as you remain faithful to your assumption, so long will your attention be confronted with images clearly related to that assumption. For example, if you assume that you have a wonderful business, you will notice how in your imagination your attention is focused on instant after instant relating to that assumption. Friends congratulating you, telling you how lucky you are, others are envious and critical, and from there your attention goes to larger offices, bigger bank balances, and many other similar related events. Persistent in this assumption will result in actually experiencing, in fact, that which you assumed. The same is true regarding any concept. If your concept of yourself is that you're a failure, you would encounter in your imagination a whole series of incidents in conformance to that concept. Thus, it is clearly seen how you, by your concept of yourself, determine your present, that is, the particular portion of creation which you now experience, and your future, that is, the particular portion of creation which you will experience. And that's the end of this chapter. This is again another short chapter, but goes straight to the point. And really, what he's zeroing in is the fact that we don't need to create anything. Everything is already created. All versions of reality already exist. And all we need to do is to choose the version that we want through our imagination. So you imagine, you go into the assumption, or you imagine the thing that you want already exists. You then use your thoughts and your imagination to dwell into that assumption, or to choose that end result. And as you do that, your thoughts, you will notice how your thoughts start to go into that direction. He gives the example of imagining that you're successful in business. and you can see automatically the thoughts that come with that. When you're thinking about the fact that you're a success, you hear people congratulating you. You will see yourself winning awards. You see yourself winning contracts. You see emails coming in of people offering you, contracts, or offering you different opportunities. While on the other hand, if you start to think that you're a failure, then you also go down the black hole of thoughts of things not working out. You start to think, all right, you start to even hear people in your mind saying no to opportunities you've applied for. And that contrast is very, very stark for these two states, and that works in every manifestation. So our job then, if creation is finished, our job as manifestors is to choose what we want, and then make sure that with our thoughts, our minds, our imagination, we are dwelling in that state of the person who has the wish fulfilled. That our persistent assumption, that we persist in assuming that we already have that thing has already happened for us, that we're already that person that we want to be, we're already confident, we're already healthy, we're already good looking, we're already magnetic, and we persist in that assumption with our thoughts. And maybe at first you might notice that your mind is sort of fighting you, and you have two thoughts about it, and then you go back the opposite way, and you have to keep bringing back your mind and bringing yourself in alignment with this image that you want, the image that you're holding, and this person that you want to be, and the things that you want to manifest. So yeah, this is another short one. Creation is finished. All we need to do is step into the role, or step into the assumption of the person that want to be, step into that main character energy of the version of the person that you're wanting to create, or you're wanting to bring forward, or the idea that you're wanting to create. So I will see you on the next chapter.